welcome back to Who Rates Pink. This is episode 7.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming back, by the way. We are going to talk about a bit of a touchy subject for some people. I was watching the Kardashians the other day, it got to the part where Chloe saying that she didn't have a connection with her son and everything.
And you was like, I understand.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
So I thought, and I just saw a clip on Instagram the other day, and there was literally everyone was like, it was a clip from when he fell over. Like, he didn't even fall; he fell onto a teddy, and she was like, and everyone is proper like
attacking, hating.
Oh my god!
And you would have been like, ha!
But like, she didn't do anything wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she had been like, oh my god, it's babying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, it was unnecessary. She didn't need to pick him up. She didn't even need to acknowledge the fact that he fell. That he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
He fell onto a freaking teddy, and he didn't even actually fall. He caught himself. He just tripped. And everyone's like, oh well, she did say she didn't love him. She did say she's not connected to him. That poor child. I feel sorry for him. His life. She's going to be a terrible mum for him. This, that, and the other. But she does love him. She loves him perfectly fine. He's 2. She didn't have a connection with him when he was a newborn baby.
Yeah.
It's 2 years ago.
But I think the reason she didn't, maybe, because obviously she didn't carry him.
Yeah.
But then some people don't feel connected. I always felt connected to my kids. Like when
That's because you're like Mother Nature.
Yeah.
You were like, I live for this shit.
Only when I never wanted kids.
Didn't you?
No, everyone used to be like, I could never imagine you, because I hated kids. Like kids would, I'd go to my friend's house, kids would be around me, and I'd look at them like, ugh.
Yeah, no,
like,
I never. I didn't.
No.
I didn't dislike kids.
Oh,
I would like
them.
the kids that were involved with me.
Yeah.
But if it was like someone else's child, I wouldn't like. If like baby's like, oh baby, oh how cute. Let me. I would literally ignore.
It came
the
to
baby.
me that as I got older, I did become that person.
Yeah,
but like when I had my first, because
I'm still not
the
like that now.
eldest, I wanted a girl. I was so happy. I wanted a girl, and I got the girl. But then when it was coming to the next one, and it was a girl, I was so not happy.
I remember.
I was fuming.
You went ghost. I was like, where's this? Where you went? And I knew you was gonna be upset because I was like, if I was at work and you was like, I'm going to find out the gender. I didn't hear from you. All day I was messaging you.
I was so
then I called you. Your phone was off. I was like, oh my god, she's killed herself.
Dramatic match.
No, I literally thought the worst because you are so like you did not want a girl.
I was so upset.
And I was like, oh my god, what's happened? Like, I was so worried.
Yeah, but
and I told all my colleagues
it's so normal that people people hate on you for being like, they say, oh, just be grateful. Just be grateful you have a healthy baby, blah, blah. And I get that. I get that. Like when people have lost their children and they're saying I'll be grateful for just the health. I get that, but for me, it's not the fact of like I just don't want a girl. It's more of the fact that I'm maybe grieving the fact that I'm not having a boy.
I wouldn't say grieving.
I would, because I'm never going to have a boy.
You never know. I'm
never going to have another child. I've decided.
Yes, you will.
I'm sewing it up.
No, you're not.
I am not. I'm not. Do you know why? Because they pee me off.
But what if the boy is your piece? You've worked so hard.
Yeah, but then I don't want to have, say, a 10-year-old and a newborn. I don't want that. I don't want to have the age gap.
But what if your life drastically changes?
What if I win the...
And say you won the lottery and you could afford a 24-hour nanny and you were just, like, it was completely different to when you had the first 3?
I don't know. If I won the lottery, I don't know. I'd go to a sperm bank. And
you'd have a baby?
Only if I could pick a boy.
You can do that.
I don't even want to, but then I'd be really scared because did you see, slight off topic with a girl from Beverly Hills Housewives where she picked the gender of her second child to be a boy and her boy was actually born with health problems like a heart problem and stuff like that, and she thinks it's because
that's not because she chose a boy.
She specifically chose that one. like
that's
male.
That's
unlucky.
That's superstitious.
Yeah. But
that's not like, that's just unlucky. I don't think that because you've chosen a boy and they don't make the thing a boy. They know what a boy is. It an embryo? They know what a boy embryo and a girl embryo is.
And then they just implant the boy. But
isn't everyone born as a girl? Or is it everyone's born as a boy?
No, because is a girl the same chromosomes and a boy is an X and Y. And if you develop the Y chromosome,
you develop at some sort of stage.
Anyway, we digress.
But no,
I just think I was sad that I weren't having a boy, because
you was more than sad.
I was devastated.
You were fuming. When I finally got through to you was like a fucking fuming.
And then the third kid, that way I just walked out in tears. I was fuck this shit. As soon as they was like, oh, it's a girl, I was like, no. And they looked at me like, wow.
I didn't even have any words for you. I just didn't even bother. I was like, oh god.
And then this bitch, she goes and has kids, and then she has one of each because the fuck. I wish you had all boys.
I wish I had all boys.
I wish you had all
girls.
boys.
I wish I had. I don't really care what I have.
I know, but I want a boy. I'm not having one. No.
I am absolutely. What's the nicer way to say it?
Oh god.
I hate having twins.
Right, so let's get on to the thing now, because obviously when you had your twins, when you wanted one child and then you got pregnant instantly and it was twins, but the thing is, before you realised you was pregnant, you was like, wait, no, this is the wrong time, I shouldn't be getting pregnant now, I'm not going to get pregnant now, but then God was like, have two. So
thanks for reminding me.
So do you think that's part of why maybe you...
Because I was ungrateful for being pregnant.
Maybe, no, but you didn't really deal with pregnancy.
I was so sad that I was pregnant.
Yeah, so do you think maybe that's why you felt disconnected from one of the babies?
No, I don't think that's right. I think, because somehow he, when you, have you ever been skiing?
No.
Okay, what else can I... when something's going by and you have to grab it quickly, when you're playing,
like a duck game or something.
You're skipping and you've got to jump in.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, you've missed it.
Yeah.
That's all the sperms. Yeah. They all got to jump in.
Okay.
Yeah. One jumped in, and that was Bria.
Yeah.
And then that was the rest. The skipping rope should have batted everyone else away.
The skipping rope should have went, we're done.
But the skipping rope carried on going for however many hours and days and whatever. And then somehow, this
another one
funny little baby jumped in.
Funny little baby.
Jumped in. I think he might have just tripped in. I don't know.
He might have fell straight on his face.
Might have fell straight on his face, which is why we was born with his legs in his face. But he managed to jump on the bandwagon, and I ended up with twins because they're not hereditary. One thing I really hate about having twins is people are like, oh, have you got twins in the family? Oh, that's why you had twins. No, that's not why I had twins. My twins are not hereditary.
Yeah.
They're just coincidental.
My eggs just kept...
I'm extremely fertile, apparently. God knows what would happen if I had multiple sexual sessions.
Luckily, it's only once every
Go
2
away.
years.
Down.
Oh. Yeah.
But no, the reason why I brought up the Chloe thing is because she didn't have a connection. Obviously, she wasn't the one who carried the baby, which is understandable. But I feel like so many females go through
being disattached with their baby.
Yeah, and it's like they're not allowed to say anything, or they feel like they're not allowed to say anything because they don't think it's normal. But it is the most normal thing ever. It's like, there are so many, when I've spoken to so many women and I've mentioned this and I've said it so many times, they're like, yeah, that happened with me, or I know this person. It's a normal thing for women. So when people say to you, oh, when you give birth, it's just going to be the most amazing thing. You're going to feel like it doesn't matter about the pain and this, even though I didn't feel no pain because it was an epidural. But it's just going to all be worth it. You're going to see your baby and
It'll be
like
worth it, yeah.
the skies will open up and you're gonna feel like you're running through the meadows and this, that, and the other, and your eyes are gonna widen with love hearts.
I did. I loved it.
You're weird.
As soon as I saw, I was like, oh, my little baby.
No, I was never like that for any of them. Not even my darling angel Romain.
Oh my god.
Not even with him.
Yeah, but I think
I saw little Benjamin Button when they put him in my arms. So, what was that?
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah. But like, I didn't.
It should be spoken about more. I think there should be such
a.
The problem is when you express something like this on social media, especially when there's people who maybe can't have kids and want kids or have sadly lost their kids, they come out in full force on the attack. Like, how dare you be so ungrateful? Call social services.
I'm not ungrateful.
Blah, blah,
that's
blah.
the thing. I just didn't feel that instant.
I think there's too much pressure on
that. Yeah,
the
I just
natural.
Feel that instant love. Like, even when it took, like, I think with Romain, it probably took me up to a month to start loving him. And he's my oldest. It took a while, and I knew that I would love him. I knew that this was my.
You knew he
my
was
baby.
Yeah.
But I didn't love him straight away. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you? I know you can, but like, I'm not a very loving person anyway.
No, you're not at all.
Okay. But I did when I took care of him as I should. I didn't take care of him any less than I should. I didn't think, oh, I don't love this baby, so I'll go over there. No, I cared for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then the love developed.
Yeah.
Like, there's this new man in my life. I can't love him straight away. Do you know what I mean? I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't. And then I'd have people come to me and say, how do you feel being a mum now? I was like, and I can't remember who it was I said this joke to. Who was it? But they looked at me like I was the worst person on earth. I was like, I don't know, how do you feel when you get a new car? And they was...
You compared your baby to a car.
But yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I didn't...
No, because you would have been excited with a new car. You would have... When you get a new car, you're like, look at my new car. This but baby, you're like, baby.
Yeah, but... And I just... I don't know. I just didn't love him straight away.
Yeah.
But then when it came with the twins, I was so upset. My whole life, I always used to say I didn't want kids. But then I was like, eventually of course I want kids, but I just didn't want kids then.
Yeah.
But my whole life, I was like, the worst thing that could ever happen to me was to give me twins.
And you got twins.
And I got twins. And I was just like, what's in the fucking water, man? What's going on?
Yeah.
But there's twins everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
And I think because you always like talking about twins
but
so
I
much,
always, that's what
you put it into me.
Good.
You made it.
Someone needed to give me twins.
And then you was like, someone around me is having twins, and I was the only pregnant person. I blame you.
I done some voodoo.
You did? Do you have?
Yeah.
Where's my doll? Where is me?
I get so upset. Like, obviously, when I get pregnant, and then I'm like, I really hope it's twins, and it's never twins.
And I'm always like, you're never having twins, bitch. And then I get them. But no, when it got to having the twins, I gave birth. They put Bria on me, and I was like, oh, it's a girl. Okay. I'm taking them. Take away. Bye. Because you know they just chuck this thing on you. It's just disgusting. Do you like it when they're all grey and they've got the white stuff all over there?
No. When Mia was out, I looked at her and I was like, oh my god, she's purple. No, she was blue or she was purple. I was like, why is she blue? Why is she that colour? Like, I was freaking out.
Well, I think with Romain, he actually wasn't breathing. He was breathing, but he wasn't crying. But he looked like, and his eye was like, remember they did the forceps? So his eye was all like, and he's got that scar on his face. And I was like, oh my god, what happened to him? What did I do? Did I push wrong? They was like, no, it's so stupid.
Oh.
And then he started crying when they took him over to the thing. And when they put Bria on me, she was on me for a little while. Because I think they were focusing on holding, because they had to literally hold my stomach, like, from the outside.
Yeah.
And also one of them was, like, down there, holding something down there.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want the baby to move inside me.
Oh, okay.
Then it would have...
He would have went sideways. He could have went sideways.
Could have messed up my organs.
Oh.
And there was like, they had to, like, there was 2 of everyone in the room. So imagine there was like 20 people in the room.
Oh my god.
We had a massive room. And funny enough, I delivered in the same room as Romain.
Oh.
Yeah. And she was holding so tight, and then Bria's like up here on my chest, and I'm like, I don't want that to touch my face. Because she had a little gunk on her, but they kept her on me for so long.
Yeah, because they're trying to get the other one out.
They did it for like, oh, mummy, do you want? Oh, mum, do you want the
skin to skin?
Skin to skin, and the what's it called? The cord.
I don't know.
Longer cord, but not for us to cut the cord straight away.
Yeah.
Though. I was like, whatever. Yeah, okay, okay, just don't let touch me. My hair's done. Do you know what I mean? Like I was just like, okay, that's enough. And then but I looked at Gamma and I was like, you instantly loved this child.
Did he?
Yeah.
Do you think it was because he was a girl?
I'm not sure, because with Romain, he did look emotional as well. And I was like, wow, he instantly loves this child. Maybe it's because he didn't carry them. Okay. But when I would look at him, he's like besotted. Whereas I'm like, get over me. Because when she was put there, he was like, oh, it's a girl. And then he had tears in his eyes.
Oh,
God, you're such a loser.
Yeah, but like, okay.
But I was like, wow, he instantly loves this child.
And you didn't feel that even for
either
of them, or any
of them. And then they took her, and then we got him out, Amal out.
Yeah. And
I looked at him, but he was still looking at her.
At Bria.
And they put him on me, and I was like, take the child.
Take that one.
Take the child.
Please.
Because I just looked at him and I was like, alright, take the child.
Oh.
And they couldn't keep him on me for long.
Because of the checks.
He was breached. Like, he was literally saying that this is his head.
Yeah.
This is his bum.
Yeah.
This is his feet. He was literally like that.
Yeah.
That's why he's like that now.
Yeah.
That's why he's so flexible. Because he was literally like flat. That's how he came out.
God.
So he came out like bum first and feet and head together, imagine.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah.
So do you think that when mums give birth, if they felt more comfortable to be with the midwives and talk about things like that, then it would be more accepted or not? Because really,
I don't think it's ever going to be accepted. Like, women are never going to be like, oh, I don't love my child. I didn't love my child
it's
until
fear
a certain
of probably
stage. And
yeah.
then if anything bad was to happen to that child, oh, it's because the mum didn't love it.
Yeah, that's the problem. And especially, like, if they was to ever make it known, then the midwives could say, like, might raise red flags.
Yeah.
Or...
Like my dad,
the health visitor could like right, social services, she don't love her kid, take it away.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it's probably not going to happen, but I mean that's probably a fear.
Yeah, because like with Bria, when we got her home, I think also because in the hospital she was with me the whole week, whereas he was in an incubator in a different place, and I couldn't visit him because I couldn't leave her.
Yeah.
The one time that I did actually go and sit with him for a good amount of time, I had to trust the nurses to look after her while I was gone, and they're always in and out of the room.
Yeah.
When I came back after visiting him, was my baby not in that cot? You know the wheels, the cot that is on the wheels, in the hallway, sitting next to the desk while they're typing away, and everyone walking past is looking at my baby and being like, "Oh, I'm like, don't touch my baby! What's wrong with you?" How many germs do these random people have? There's the people wheeling bins past and all that stuff, and my baby's just there I didn't visit him again. Sorry.
Why couldn't you take her there, or is it?
You're not allowed. It's like it was intensive care, so you weren't allowed like she could have been like dirty or stuff. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like chance of bringing in germs and stuff.
But every time I went in there, I saw him with all the wires. When I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
I just felt dizzy as soon as I walked in there, even though it's just a normal room. I just felt dizzy, your child. But yeah, no, I just I really, when we got home, I really did struggle to connect with him, and he, like
cried a lot.
That boy, I've never known anything to cry so much ever.
Yeah.
And it was like when he was a baby, it was like the highest pitched cry I've ever heard in my life. It's like he was purposely trying to torment me. And I say to Grandma, I was like, he hates me, and he's only a baby.
It's so hard because, like, when I hear it, because as someone who's never felt like they didn't love their baby when it was born, it sounds so harsh. So I can see, you know, when people come out like with pitchforks and they're like, you're such a bad mom, blah.
Yeah.
I can see why they're saying it, because my instant reaction is, oh my god, that is so mean. But it is normal, because people have PTSD, not PTSD, was it
postpartum depression?
Postpartum
I think
depression.
I might have.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
It should be more openly spoke about, because it should be.
Yeah.
But it is like an
I
automatic reaction.
I don't know. I think I'm struggling to connect with him. I didn't used to hold him. Like, he's never fallen asleep in my arms, ever.
So even now, I'm like,
and it's never going to happen now, because he's so regimented with his sleep. Like, he sleeps perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, so for 3 months, he slept through the night. He goes down for his naps.
So he really was like a perfect baby in that sense.
In that sense, yeah. But in the other sense, like, he would cry for 4 hours straight. I would try and cuddle him. I would try and this, try and that. But I don't know. Maybe it's because he sensed what's the word? Animosity.
Or like some
or like a hesitation from me or something. I don't know what it was, but he would just cry and it would drive. It's like, I don't know, what do they do for torture? Like they in torture rooms they do put crying baby sounds, because it's a torture sound.
Okay, so
and it was, even now when he cries, it kind of even though his cry is not as bad as it was then.
Yeah.
When I hear him crying, I'm like, shh. Like, I try everything to make sure he doesn't cry.
Yeah. Well, that's something positive at least.
Yeah.
So, after all of this has happened and you're 1 year in, so say there's... Almost 1 year. Say there's a mum that's just had a baby and she feels like she does not attach to, she don't love her kid and she don't really want to talk about it. What, is there light at the end of the tunnel?
I do love him. It didn't...
Wait. Say it with chest.
Well, it just took longer than it took for me to love. I didn't love Romain. I didn't love Bria.
But
I think I loved Bria a lot quicker than I loved Romain.
Okay, I wonder if that's because like you've had one already.
But she was so quiet, and she was just like still, and she would just stare in your eyes, like into your soul. Like, I was obsessed with her. After a little while, but she was just like, I would wrap her up and she'd be like,
oh,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, just like a little girl.
Yeah.
No moving. Whereas Amal was like,
but you love Amal.
But I do love him. He's the sweetest child. Like, my dad was so worried, because I remember my sister told me that my dad called her and he was like, I feel sorry for this baby. Because I was just so scared of making him cry, that if, like, say I went to his house and they were in their car seats, I'd take out Bria, because she would be awake. But if he was still sleeping, like, I would be like Godzilla if anyone went near that car seat and tried to wake him up. I'd be like, don't touch the baby! And everyone would be like, whoa, don't make him cry! Like, everyone just, like, even like, I was just like, I didn't want him to.
Like, you kept people away
like, it
from
would give
him.
me anxiety. Don't go there, be quiet. If Romain was like, I'll drag Romain back, dash him over there, like, don't wake that baby up. Because I was so scared of making him cry. My dad was so worried, because he was like, that poor baby, it's not allowed to leave the corner. But but I just didn't want to wake him up. And I know they say don't keep a baby in the car seat, but I was like, if I move him, he's going to wake up and all he does is cry.
Scream,
And I'm thinking about it now, it makes me feel sick. Because I hear the cry in my head and I feel sick. Yeah.
So, but the feeling of looking at a child and thinking there's nothing there, it goes.
It goes very quickly.
It goes quickly.
Especially because I'm so lucky I did have quite easy kids.
But do you feel like being able to joke about it and talk about it openly to certain people made it easier?
Yeah, and I'm lucky that I can do that. But other people don't.
Yeah.
People that are in marriages that are like
or like religious
marriages
like
where the woman is living with like the husband's family and she needs to act a certain way. She can't ever say that you can, but you just need to know the right people. There's a lot of people that are sheltered in a way where they don't know anything about motherhood.
Yeah.
Like, I think what I would say is you do need to speak to your health visitor.
Yeah, but do you think they would take it in a good way or a bad way?
No, because they will take it in a good way that you're speaking about it.
Oh, okay, because that would be my fear. My fear would be like, oh, you think I'm not a good parent. You think like you would be
you should just
on my
be
case
open
now.
and honest, be like, I'm struggling to connect with my baby, but I didn't do that, which I feel like I made it harder on myself.
Yeah.
I did say to Gamma once, I was like, I'm really struggling to connect with him. I might call the doctor. He was like, yeah, do that. But I didn't because I was embarrassed. And
I think that's
like,
part of it as well.
Yeah,
people
like,
do feel like they're in the wrong.
Yeah, and every time I went to like an appointment for the babies and stuff, like they were like, oh, how's mum doing? How are you doing? I'm like, I'm fine, yeah, I'm fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not honest, yeah.
But I wasn't.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
And the hormones, especially when you have, I think what's not really spoken about enough is how crazy your hormones are during those times. That your emotions are literally everywhere. Like
everywhere,
as soon as I got pregnant, I knew I was pregnant because I got turned into a psychopath. All of a sudden, like my hormones went. I don't know what happened, but my anger levels just went. Zoom.
Yeah.
And I thought I was like the Incredible Hulk, and I could just take on the whole entire world. And that's like the way your body changes because of your hormones, and like mentally it is a thing.
Even like when breastfeeding, my hormones are so like I was just so different to now that I'm not breastfeeding.
You feel different.
You feel completely different.
Yeah,
as
so
soon
it
as
should
I
be
stopped
more
breastfeeding, I was like,
open.
I can breathe.
Back to yourself.
Back to myself, and I was like, oh, look at my sweet little baby. He's actually so sweet, isn't he?
He is, and he's really photogenic, and he's really just lovely, and he is such a cutie. Honestly, Bria looks like Mr. T.
And he didn't think I felt like he wasn't developing, but I feel like because of the way I felt towards him,
maybe you
I just was in my head making excuses saying this child's not developing. But Bria doesn't even crawl properly, whereas he's almost walking.
Yeah. So I think you just need time and maybe someone to openly and honestly speak to. I think that's the whole point of it. I wonder...
Even if you do want to talk about it, like, if you don't want people to know, go to your GP or go to your health visitor and keep it just like, between me and you, can we talk? And blah, blah, blah.
And do not put it on like Mumsnet or that other baby app, because those people are like don't do it. I think one time I wrote on there and I said, like, I left my child at a childminder and it was really pissing down with rain and stuff like that, and instead of just like taking them inside, she left them outside in the rain. And everyone was like, can't your child be in the rain? I went, I got attacked. I'm not even joking. I actually
pouring down with rain.
And the children are all left outside. No, but they had a coat, but still, like, it's pissing down with rain. It's cold.
It's not spitting.
And I was like, I don't want them to feel poorly. And then they're like, oh, you're so stupid. You can't get a cold from being in rain. And I was like, everyone was attacking me. I deleted my account. I was like, fuck you all. So don't use, what was the app? No, it's not Emma's app. It's like that baby app.
Journal.
You
don't. Emma's journal now.
I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, the baby app where it tells you, just look at your baby's size when it's a peanut, a pineapple, a papaya.
What idiots? Why would they say that to you?
No, honestly, I was attacked.
You should be like, come with your facts, please. Tell me where on the internet it says that you can't get sick from the rain.
There's so many people that come and attack you. You can't. It's a keep. You know when you're like, if you was in front of my basement now, I'll punch you.
Okay, you should...
So don't
I don't get into these...
You don't want to do it. So when you want to do and go and speak, leave the anonymous forums. I know you like, people might find it easier to post anonymously and speak to... It's not the place. Go to a health visitor, go to your GP, speak to someone of that qualification who understands,
who sees it all the time.
It's so normal.
For us, we don't see it, but for them, they see it. It's so normal for them. And and if you're trying to hide the signs, sometimes when you're hiding it, that's when they will probably see it as more of a serious problem, because they might pick up on certain things and then they're like, ooh. But if you openly talk to them about it, they're like, okay, she's acknowledged, she's aware, and she's trying to take accountability, and she's trying to sort herself out for her child.
Or if you do want a safe person to talk to and you want to do it anonymously, you can DM us if you want to, because she obviously has been through it.
But the thing is, everyone's experience is different. Everyone's experience is very different. I had quite a big support network.
Yeah, yeah.
Loads of people come in and help me look after the baby. She even stayed and helped me. Luckily, you did stay that night because I had to go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
But a lot of people don't have anybody. And obviously, so my experience is obviously going to be different to yours or the next door neighbours, or do you know what I mean? So, yeah, always just speak up because it is a normal thing. You're not the only one, trust me.
This is a safe space anyway, there's no judgments. I judge her, but that's fine. I just won't judge anyone else.
Okay.
On that note, you can find us if you do want to reach out. We are on TikTok, Instagram. You can watch us on YouTube, Spotify. And
like, subscribe and share.
Please
and
comment. Yeah, we need some comments because we just need to
know if we're doing good or bad.
We don't mind.
We don't mind. She does. I don't.
On that note, we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.